So one of the first questions you're going to ask yourself when you start to think about Windows 7 being in your future is exactly which version do I want to use. There are a number of versions out there. Now, quick history here. With Windows Vista, Microsoft released a lot of different versions and they confused the marketplace. Now what they were trying to do was put a number of different versions out there with different levels of cost so that people could decide how much they needed and how much they wanted to spend. Okay, it wasn't well received by the marketplace. And with Windows 7 now, Microsoft's got a number of additions, but apparently they're going to treat things a little differently. So let's first of all look at the versions of Windows 7 that you will see out there in the marketplace. First up is a version called Starter version, then Home Basic, Home Premium, Professional, Enterprise, and Ultimate. Okay, now you've got 6 versions there, and what's going to happen here is it looks like Microsoft is going to concentrate their marketing efforts on roughly 3 of these, okay, and in reality only 2, and that is Home Premium and Professional. Okay, now Ultimate is going to be for really high-end corporate clients, but you're going to see that Home Premium and Professional are going to be the 2 main ones, just like with XP. Home Premium for the home user, Professional for the business user. Now let's take a look at each one of these and talk just a little bit about the various aspects of each one of these different operating systems. Okay, first up with Starter, you have, this is more or less the lightweight version. Okay, this is designed for the netbook computers, and of course those we're talking about those little subcompact, sub-notebook computers that have the solid-state drives, decent amount of memory. Now the Starter version has no media center, no Aero glass effects for the transparency and glass effects and all that, no multiple monitor support, that kind of thing. Now obviously this is a stripped down version. What's interesting is you can't go buy this. This is available only as a pre-installation by the original equipment manufacturers. Okay, so if you go buy a netbook with Windows 7, you're going to have this Starter version on there. Okay, next up is Home Basic. Now Home Basic is what Microsoft calls the least expensive entry-level Windows experience. Okay, sounds really good, but you've got limited Aero support. Again, not the full-blown effects package here. No media center again. You don't have multi-touch, and just so that you'll understand, multi-touch or the touch screen capabilities built into Windows 7. So if you have a computer that has touchscreen support, it will work with Windows 7 and you can do some cool things. Now, Home Premium, this is designed for the home user. You get the full effects of the Aero glass effects, media center, multi-touch, and so forth. And then Professional, this is the one that's designed for home workers, small businesses, and this is going to give you such things as network backup, the encrypting file system for your disk to protect your data, those kinds of things. And then the Enterprise version. Okay, now the Enterprise version is going to have all the Professional Edition features. Okay, and it gives you the new BitLocker protection, which we will talk about later, direct access and federated search, which again we'll talk about both of these a little later. Then we go to the Ultimate. Now this Ultimate has everything, the same as Enterprise. And here's the deal though, okay? Ultimate and Enterprise are identical. The difference is that Ultimate is available to retail customers. Enterprise is only going to be sold through volume licensing to companies. Okay? So depending on the size of your business, you will either use Professional, this is for small to medium businesses, and Enterprise will be bought through volume licensing to large companies. Okay? But if you're running Enterprise and Ultimate, you're basically running the same thing. Ultimate just means you bought it with a product key, an individual product key in a retail environment. Enterprise means you got it through a volume license through a company. Okay, so that's the various versions. Now, just for your information, the version that you're going to see in this course is Ultimate. Okay, and you'll see all the functionalities of Windows 7 as we go through here. This is going to be identical, and I'm somewhat tilting this course toward those professional IT people. Now, if you're a Windows 7 home user, you're going to get a lot out of this. Everything here applies to you. There may be a couple of videos that might go a little over your head, but it's not going to be many of them. Okay, this is a client operating system after all, so we're going to concentrate on those client functionalities in the client side. Okay, so that's the Windows 7 versions. Okay, now let me go ahead and say something while we're here. Always in these Microsoft releases, there's a lot of pre-press stuff. Some of it's just wild internet rumor and some of it's truthful. But in the early days of Windows 7, in the first beta versions, Microsoft had made an announcement that the starter version, or that lowest version that's going to be on those netbooks, would have a 3 application limit, meaning only 3 applications could run at one time. And for whatever reason, probably getting covered up with complaints and screams, Microsoft reversed this decision. And so anyway, there's still some restrictions. The personalized option is disabled when you right-click the desktop. You can't change your wallpaper. And this probably allows the OEMs to set their own wallpaper up there and make you look at it. So anyway, this could change as well. We'll have to watch for that. So go play with a netbook when you see one with Windows 7 on. But anyway, just some rumors that were out there and some things that have changed. Okay, so that's the Windows 7 versions. Pick your poison here and get busy.